The emergency department at Maine Medical Center is full, and other hospitals within the MaineHealth system are also feeling the stress of COVID-19 patients and staffing issues.
News Center Maine's Rosalind Flaherty joins us live now with what MaineHealth had to say about these very issues today. Roz.
Tori and Pat, those in charge of MaineHealth say COVID-19 is just making an existing problem even worse. Maine Medical Center has 32 patients with COVID-19 right now and says it's about its capacity.
We are seeing the largest numbers of hospitalized COVID patients since the pandemic began.
MaineHealth is struggling to keep up because of COVID-19 cases and a staffing shortage,
Putting a real strain on our healthcare system.
MaineHealth Chief Executive Officer Andrew Mueller says the organization's staff vacancy rate is roughly 10%.
That 10% rate is high, and it's doing it at a time where we're still battling just a really hot pandemic.
Mueller says vaccine mandates did not cause this problem. At Maine Medical Center, the emergency department is full and there are 643 patients in the hospital as of Tuesday morning.
Pre-pandemic, when we would hit 640 or even less than that, it was when the wheels would start to fall off. Things would get very, very difficult. Today, every day, we average between 600 and 650 patients at Maine Medical Center.
Chief Medical Officer Dr. Joel Bottler says 20 patients need a bed in the hospital, but says there are no beds. He says 20 patients with behavioral health needs also need inpatient beds, but again, there are none.
They are waiting until those beds become available.
The hospital has also reduced the operating room capacity by roughly 30% and says there was a backlog of 1,500 surgical cases.
Hip replacement, as an example, which we have had to hold off.
MaineHealth says it is taking a number of steps to combat the problems, including creating staffing incentives to add workers and continuing to invest in training programs for critical positions. It also urges people to be patient while the system works hard to get everyone cared for.
The virus is going to continue to burn through the state, finding every single unvaccinated or unexposed individual that it can, and is going to be relentless until it's completed.
Now, MaineHealth is also urging people who have minor illnesses or injuries to go to their primary care doctors or walk in urgent care before going to the emergency room. Rosalind Flaherty, News Center, Maine.